There is the news afternoon. First, the highlights. Wife of Lagos State Governor flags off 2024 Maternal Newborn Child Adolescent Health Plus Week. President Tinubu approves national policy on health workforce migration to retain medical experts. And foreign team, Iran dismisses European restraint, calls as contradicting international law. And in Sports Paralympics Committee tips Team Nigeria to surpass Tokyo 2020 feat at Paris Games. And now the details. I am Mike James. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has flagged off the 2024 Maternal, Newborn, Child and Adolescent Health Plus Nutrition Week. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony at Lagos City Centre in Lagos Island, Mrs. Sanwo-Olu noted that the survival of babies is closely tied to adequate nutrition and appealed to mothers to always ensure safe breastfeeding and exclusivity for the first 6 months after birth. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu, who acknowledged the effort of traditional birth attendants, urged them to know their limit and not hesitate to make referrals when necessary. She had this to say.
Despite our efforts in keeping our children alive, we have the infant mortality of 47 per 1,000 live births. Under 5 children, mortality rate is 59 per 1,000 live births. We encourage our mothers to please exclusively breastfeed our children, not for 1 month like it was said in the drama that was played here, but 6 months. Please exclusively breastfeed our children for 6 months. Even between that time, you can now start adding the little food that you need to add for our children. But it's very important because breast milk has a lot of advantages.
Special advisor to the Governor on Health, Kemi Oguyemi, said the various initiatives of the state government attests to its commitment to improving the health indices and reducing morbidity. Oguyemi urged residents to encourage caregivers of malnourished children to visit any of the primary healthcare centers in the state.
My first mission here is to inform this gathering that our main goal in health is to improve the health indices of our populace, and we are working assiduously to achieve this. My second mission is to seek necessary partnerships to aid our efforts in this regard. The result of the Lagos State Reproductive and Child Health Indicator Survey conducted in year 2022 revealed that our health indices are getting better, but a lot still needs to be done.
On the spot, Chairman, Lagos Island East Local Government, Alade Falawiyo, reiterated that 3 primary health care centers, namely Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, Femi Pedro, and Professor Sarafadeen Amu, were renovated and built by his administration to meet the health needs of the people. Our health correspondent, Adirayodu Olaya, reports that the event had a series of lectures on immunization, deworming, safe motherhood initiative, food and nutrition, and reproductive health by the State Health Education Officer in the ministry, Segun Badejo. The Lagos State Government has lined up various activities to commemorate this year's International Youth Day with the theme From Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Speaking at the event press conference in Alausa, Ikeja, Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogunlende, noted that the day is celebrated globally on the 12th of August every year to spotlight issues affecting the youth and celebrate their potential as essential partners in today's ever-evolving world. Ogunlende said, while recognizing the crucial role of the youth in today's volatile and complex world, the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has deliberately included youth empowerment and engagement as one of the pillars of its Themes Plus developmental agenda.
My first mission here is to...
I commend our ever vibrant and energetic youth for maintaining peace despite the economic challenges facing our nation. I urge you to continue collaborating with the Ministry of Youth and Social Development to successfully implement Mr. Governor's Themes Plus agenda. for the benefit of us all. As we work together, building a greater Lagos, let us ensure that the peace prevails in our communities, for it is only in an atmosphere of peace that we can build a strong and prosperous nation.
The Commissioner hinted that this year, a total number of 150 youths will be trained across board and 10 will receive grants to boost their businesses out of 364 applications. Earlier in her welcome address, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Tonyoke Osoyintolu, noted that the International Youth Day creates a good opportunity to reflect on the challenges and opportunities that the nation's young people face in today's world, and also recognize their invaluable contributions and reaffirm the state's commitment to their growth and development.
In the coming days, we will be engaging in a variety of events that aim to equip our youth with the skills and knowledge they need to thrive in a rapidly changing world. From digital skills training to entrepreneurial development, from discussions on mental health to initiatives aimed at fostering creativity and innovation. This year's International Youth Day activities are carefully designed to address the needs and aspirations of our young people.
Other activities scheduled to mark the International Youth Day include an awareness walk, environmental sanitation from Ikeja Underbridge to the Secretariat, Lagos State Youth Parliament and Engagement Summit, as well as Jumat and Thanksgiving service. The Kaduna State Government has lifted the 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew imposed on Kaduna and Zaria cities. The Overseeing Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arua, announced this in a statement issued in Kaduna. Arua said after an extensive review of the security situation in Kaduna and Zaria towns and their environs, the State Security Council, under the leadership of Governor Uba Sani, removed the curfew, which is effective immediately from today, Tuesday, August 13. He urged law-abiding citizens to move and engage in legitimate activities in Kaduna and Zaria towns and their environs freely with no restriction. Arua added that the council further agreed that security forces would continue to be on the lookout for threats to public peace and would prosecute persons or groups posing such threats. And over to the rest of the stories, President Bola Tinubu has approved the national policy on health workforce migration to address the challenges facing Nigeria's health human resources. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Muhammad Pate, who made this known, said the policy is more than just a response to the ongoing exodus of healthcare professionals, but a comprehensive strategy to manage, harness, and reverse health worker migration. Pate said the policy also envisions a thriving workforce that is well supported, adequately rewarded, and optimally utilized to meet the healthcare needs of all Nigerians. He said by establishing streamlined registration processes and providing attractive incentives, the policy not only encourages the return of talented professionals, but actively reintegrates them into the health system. Pate added that as the African Union AU champion for human resources for health and community health delivery partnership, Mr. President's commitment to a resilient and robust healthcare system is powerfully reflected in this forward-looking policy. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has issued the first batch of offer of provisional allocation to outright subscribers of houses under the National Housing Program, NHP. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Marcus Ogumbi, who announced this, said the issuance, which began in April, followed a review of the conditions and procedures for the sale of NHP houses in a circular issued on December 29 last year. Ogumbi said several outright payment subscribers had completed their payments while others made deposits but had not finalized their payments. The Permanent Secretary said subscribers under the first batch have a 90-day window to complete all payments. He warned that any subscriber who fails to complete payments within the extended grace period will have their offer revoked. And in some foreign news, Iran has dismissed calls by France, Germany and the United Kingdom to stand down its threat against Israel after the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran last month. Spokesman of Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nasir Kanani, in a statement said the request lacks political logic and contradicts principles of international law and also constitutes public and practical support for Israel. Kanani said Iran is determined to deter Israel and called on the three countries to once and for all stand up against the war in Gaza and the warmongering of Israel. Hamas has blamed Israel for the July 31 assassination of Haniyeh in Tehran, where he was attending the inauguration of Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, but the Israeli government has made no claim of responsibility. The attack on Haniyeh, in which his bodyguard was also killed, came after Hezbollah senior commander Fuad Shukr was killed in an Israeli attack in Beirut, racketing tensions in the region amid Israel's war on Gaza that has killed nearly 40,000 people. And then in sports news, President of Paralympic Committee of Nigeria, PCN, Sunday Odebode, believes Team Nigeria contingent to the forthcoming 2024 Paralympics in Paris would surpass its achievement at the last delayed Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. Speaking before Team Nigeria contingent's departure to their pre-games training camp in Germany, Odebode called for support and prayers from all Nigerians for the 24 athletes that would fly the country's flag in Paris. Odebode said the athletes have been in camp for almost 3 months with serious training, adding that embarking on foreign training tour will further boost their morale and knowledge. Team Nigeria will participate in 4 sports, including para-badminton, para-athletics, para-table tennis, and para-powerlifting at the forthcoming event holding in Paris between August 28 and September 8. And that was our news at 12, but just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated 500 hectares rice farm technology intervention project? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has flagged off the year 2024 maternal, newborn, child and adolescent health plus nutrition week. President Bola Tinubu has approved the national policy on health workforce migration to address the challenges facing Nigeria's health human resources. We also told you that Iran has dismissed calls by France, Germany and the United Kingdom to stand down its threat against Israel after the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran last month. In sports, President of Paralympic Committee Nigeria, Sunday Odebode, is optimistic that Team Nigeria contingent to the forthcoming 2024 Paralympics in Paris would surpass its achievement at the last delayed Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolagun. Thank you so much for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon. It's quite bright and sunny out there. It's time to step aside. Let's have the duo of Micah Arocha and Timitope Peterside for lunchtime work. To have a wonderful time.